Yo, what's up, guys? I just wanted to say that this is just a cool tier list that I found online, and I was going to show you all, like what I think the most skillful characters in Overwatch are, like the hardest ones, the ones that require the most like time and effort to become proficient with them, and yeah. Given this is just my opinion, so if you guys feel like something should be changed, please leave your opinion in the comments, and yeah, let's go. So first of all, Soldier, right? Now, considering the current meta and how Soldier isn't like wait, hold on, I gotta erase my microphone. And how Soldier isn't like the best right now compared to characters like McCree and especially Ashe. Like Ashe is really good. Widow too. Like Soldier doesn't get like a ton of playtime, even though he isn't like by himself like an inherently bad character. So for those reasons, and considering the current meta right now, I'm going to place him in high B tier, but that can change later on. I mean, essentially what you do as Soldier is kind of like in most ranks, like the main thing you need for him is just like mechanics, right? And decent positioning. And once people get higher up into the ranks, they generally have that. So all right, next up, Orisa. So Orisa a few seasons ago was really overpowered, right? You know, you ran like the Orisa Sigma comp. Before that, you ran Orisa Hog, and yeah, Orisa would just shred through everyone. But I think now with like her like new like changes over the past few months, I think Orisa is like harder to play now. I don't think she would be above like B tier, but like I place her in like low B tier because you're just kind of like shooting at the other team like with your left click and repositioning shields, like rotating. But again, once you get higher up into the ranks, you should already know how to do that. So all right, next one. I may be a little biased because I'm a Zarya player. However, I think she's definitely an A tier. First of all, you need like tracking for knowing when to right click and left click, but above all, you need to know like when to bubble and like when to go aggressive with your Reinhardt or with your other tank. Generally, that's Rein because Rein Zarya is quite good right now, despite other tanks coming up. But yeah, I think you need really good cooldown management as Zarya. You need to use your ult wisely, Graviton Surge, right? Because that can win or lose a game, to be honest, right? You can kill so many people with that. So, I mean, yeah, I think she's definitely A. She's not a character where you can just like turn off your brain and play her, like unless you're smurfing and you're GM. But yeah. Okay, as much as I love Torb, he's not like super skillful. Like he's kind of like a lot of the character, like his turret does the work for him. So for that reason, I'm gonna place him in I don't know whether to place him in low B tier or C tier. I'd say he can be high C, or maybe somewhere along C. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, Sigma. Now Sigma, his shield is kind of hard to work with, and he's quite different from other tanks, even though he has like aspects of them in his kit. For example, like he can do he has like a defense matrix kind of thing like Diva. You know, you change your shield positioning like Orisa, but this time you can actually like move your shield, right, and like extend it to like block widows and stuff. So because of the awareness that you need to have to, for example, counter sight lines for snipers, like his left click is deceptively it looks easy to hit, but it's not. And yeah, so for those reasons, I think Sigma's like high B. No, I'll place him. Yeah, I'll place him in high B. Reaper, you do need somewhat decent cooldown management for. However, like the character is very forgiving, especially for new players. And though he doesn't get much value off of on high ranks, like the value that he does get is very like easy to attain, so I think he's D tier. Okay, Baptiste. So like a few months ago, similar to Risa, Baptiste was really broken, right? Some might argue he's not as broken as Arisa, and or he was not as broken as Arisa, and I would agree with them, but he still was quite OP, and he was considered to be easy, and even now. But I think like it's not like a Moira heal where you can just like click and then it does it for free. It's like you still kind of need to aim it, and with his left click too, it's not, or sorry, with his damage fire, you don't really like, you still do need to like control the burst, especially from long distances. Like that's hard to control, like trying to hit someone as Baptiste from there. And yeah, just like good cooldown management too, especially for your lamp or immortality field. So yeah, I think Baptiste is like, I'd say he's like harder than Soldier. I think he's B tier. He's not harder than Sigma, because Sigma you need to like be aware of more things at once. But okay, McCree. I played this character a lot, especially in this season, but I don't think like he's very aim dependent, right? Similar to Soldier, it's like aim and positioning. He's a little bit harder than Soldier just because like you don't have a heal that can kind of get you out of things, and his and you need to like use your stun wisely. But like I don't know, I think he's like in the middle of B tier, I'd say. Actually, you know what? Even though McCree is quite powerful right now, he still is somewhat difficult. I don't know. I'll put him like, yeah, I'll keep him middle. That might change though. Okay, Ana, she is extremely useful, right? Especially in like high elos. She has really high healing output. Her sleep is insane. Her anti negates healing, and her ultimate's really good, along with it charging fast. However, she is quite difficult. So, and those of you who play Overwatch a ton know how difficult Ana is to play. Like, you need to put like the time into her and whatnot, and like her abilities only get like good value if you like hit the skill shot and whatnot. So for those reasons, she's gonna be an S tier. She's just like a really high skill cap, or skill ceiling hero with a really high skill floor too. Like, it's difficult to learn, but it's also difficult to master. So yeah. May, like a couple of months ago, right? Like, she was like really strong, and I think that as long as Wallen is in the game, like May will have a purpose to use that wall. However, I think like as she's gotten less playtime because compositions with her have become less viable, I think she herself as a character has also became harder. Now, I would place her somewhere along like the high end of B if it wasn't for like cryo, right? Like, cryo freeze can get you out of so many situations. Like if you're getting ulted by someone, like, you just like cryo, save your life. If you're getting nanobladed, cryo. If you're getting ulted by a hog, you can cryo and then like wall. Like, there's so many things you can do with it to just save your life that it makes it forgiving. So I'll place May. Like, I'd say May's harder than Torb just because of ability usage. But yeah. Okay. Pharah. Now, Pharah, you need good movement for her, and like hit scans right now are super good. Like, it's not that they weren't good before, but it's like they've been buffed to a point where like you can do just so much with them. So, and Pharah gets countered by hit scans, right? And you need to run a Mercy to even make Pharah somewhat viable. So, I mean, despite her rockets being relatively easy to hit, I think she's I'd say she's a solid B tier. All right, Mr. Fist himself, Doomfist. Okay, his right click's relatively easy, right? Like you just like aim at the target, hold right click, and then you kill them. You can kill them, right? Like most targets in the game, like you can kill Zen, Brig, Echo, Tracer, Ashe, Mercy, Sombra, Genji, like basically anyone with like 200 HP or 250 HP. But like his movement is like can be skillful, right? Like especially if you look at people who do like insane rollouts with Doom, with like doing like diagonal punches and jump punches and whatnot. Well, jump punches aren't like super hard, but yeah, like rollouts specifically, he involves skill, and depending on your Doom playstyle, which can vary, that can involve skill, and even without that, you do need good movement as you climb up the ranks. So I'll place him high C because of his shields. He can be forgiving even like with his nerfs. So actually, hold on. I'll place a Risa in C2. Now I'm thinking about it, but yeah. Okay, D.Va. Now D.Va, you see her sometimes, right? But she's not like insanely viable because you need to play her. Often you need to play her with like another dive tank, and for you to run like a Risa D.Va, right? You need to have like really good coordination about like when to use your abilities, where to be positioned, and so. But like mostly like in ranked at least, D.Va's like used in dive compositions or just to like contest high grounds for stuff, and you need to have like really good positioning and peel for your supports, like get like let's say there's a tracer on them, you need to help them, and yeah, so I'd say she's A tier. Like I don't think she's harder than Zarya just because her primary fire isn't too hard to like aim, and your boosters can get you out of a lot of situations. But I mean, I still think she's relatively difficult, especially like as you go higher up into the ranks. So yeah, okay. Ball, Hammond, Wrecking Ball, Yo-Yo, Hamster, whatever you want to call him. I think, again, similar to D.Va, as you go higher up into the ranks, he involves skill, but I don't think he's like there are aspects of his kit that are very like can compensate for a bad player. So for example, like your massive like health pool, like you get a bunch of shields from the targets around you depending on how many targets are there, and you have 600 HP on top of those shields that you gain. So but at the same time, you can like feed on Ball and like do nothing. Like that's the thing. Like he's a double-edged sword. He's kind of similar to Doomfist in that way, but I'd say he's definitely harder. I'll place Ball in high B tier for now. Okay. Junkrat. Now, as much as I love this character, and I used to main Junkrat, I don't think he's like insanely skillful, just because like all you need to do is hold angles and create area denial for your team to prevent the enemy team from pushing in. So I'd say for that he's probably like D tier. You know, I think he definitely takes more skill than Reaper, but I'd say like despite that he's still D tier. Alright, Ryan. Now Ryan, like, he seems easy, right? Just like hold shield and whatnot, but like I think like you need very good positioning for him. Like in a Ryan v Ryan matchup, that involves a lot of skill to like get the shatter off and let your team engage on their team without like dying and doing it effectively. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not sure if I should place him like higher than Sigma. I'll place him middle of B tier, smack dab in the middle for now. I think he's definitely harder than McCree, but I don't know, like if he actually no I'll place him behind, between Sig and Baptiste for now. He's not like he's not super like mechanically demanding, but you need like good game sense for him. So yeah. Okay, Winston. Similar to Ryan, like you do need good game sense, but he's not like super mechanically demanding. However, he is more mechanically, um, like you do need better mechanics and stuff for Winston in his like primal rage and landing your jumps and whatnot, right? So, oh wait, I didn't mean to play some D tier. Um, I'd say I wouldn't say like Winston v Winston is as skillful as Ryan v Ryan because you don't need to like block a shatter or anything or like block an ultimate. Like you can't really block primal rage with bubble. But yeah, I'd say he's like around the middle of B tier for sure. Okay, Zen his Discord got buffed to 30% of damage just for like placing a Discord on someone, like it does 30% more, right? But they didn't revert his damage buff previously back, so now he does a ton of damage to the other team. But that being said, like he's so like unless you're playing against a Zen who's no offense, but like objectively better than you, like you're not like as Zen you're not gonna get like a ton of value unless you're enabled by your team. Like if you have a really good team, Zen can maybe work, but I guess in ranked and in uncoordinated teams, he's not the best. It's very difficult to carry. Like you have like a low healing output. You need to like hit your shots consistently, know who to Discord, use your Harmony Orb wisely, build trans quickly, have good positioning. And yeah, like all those things that you need to account for. I'd say he's A tier between Zarya and Diva. Alright, Brig. Now, me playing Genji and Tracer a lot, right? I am not a big fan of Brig, right? But being as unbiased as possible, despite it being my opinion, if I'm looking from an objective angle, compared to the other heroes in the game, she's not like super difficult. Like Inspire does a lot of like the Inspire, like it does the work for Brig, right? Like you just like hit someone once and then Inspire heals the people around you, Rally just gives people armor automatically. You just like if you're on a comp with Tracer, you just like pack your Tracer and then you just like M1, have decent positioning, and then that's it. So I don't know, man. I mean, I'd say like Brig is a tiny bit harder than Junkrat, but I mean she's broken, so that makes her easy. No, she's easy too. Actually, you know what, dude? No, you get like so much value on the character that like it's not really even like skillful. I don't know. I'm gonna place her D tier. Like Junk, you get less value from. Like you can counter Junk hard with snipers, and whatnot. Whereas Brig, there's like less counters to her, right? Especially if the team running that Brig plays well with her. So, all right. DLC hero, Eka. So, or the new hero. She, I'd say she involves like quite a bit. Oh wait, no. She involves quite a bit of skill. Just to like land all her abilities and whatnot. Her beam is relatively easy, but her sticky bombs, like your right click, right? Like, it's not super easy to hit, and you need to know how to like who to clone and whatnot. Like how to hit your left click. So I think for those reasons, I don't know. Like the character is very strong and you need to care for like snipers and whatnot. So I'll play some B2. Okay, Tracer. Now I really love Tracer. So this is gonna be biased, but I think Tracer's easily top A tier, but I think I'm gonna put her S. I don't think she's harder than Ana though, because the main cooldown you need to look out for is your recall and blinks. Like you just know that in time. But Ana, you need to be like thinking about when to use sleep, when to use nade, more so. So I think she's definitely S. But I mean, I think there are still other heroes that could potentially be there too. All right, Ashe. Now Ashe is really strong right now, arguably stronger than Widow and definitely stronger than Hanzo. just because of the buffs that she got to her like ammo, to having less bloom on her Viper, like her gun, right? And like Bob just being such a good zoning ult that she has, and like especially now with Echo being in the game, like she's a good counter to her too, and like she's also, and Tracer somewhat can actually be quite viable with Brig, right? If Brig just constantly armors the Tracer, so it forces like Brig to constantly like armor her like every fight, like more so than usual, and not have armor for anyone else if the Ashe is headshotting her, or at least like body shotting the Tracer, because she'll be scared because she has a small health pool. So no, but I'm getting off track. Ashe is you need to have decent cooldown management, good positioning, and especially good aim. But I wouldn't say she's insanely difficult, so I'll place her B tier. Like, she's not like Dynamite. I'd say does a lot of Ashe's work, not for free because you need to shoot it, but like Dynamite does a lot, like without you having to do anything or do much to get the burning effect on others. So yeah, I'd say she's smack dab above in the middle of B tier. Now Mercy is, you do need good movement, especially as you go higher up into the ranks. Like even with the buff that she has, or she had to her healing a little while back, she's still like, you still need to be, she's very situational, and you need to be like proficient with her to get like any value as you get higher. So I'd say she is I'm not sure if she's harder than Pharah. I'd say she's C tier, actually, or B tier. Actually, I'm gonna place a few in C. I'll say soldiers in C. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, but she does involve skill. I don't know. I mean, she's not like as mechanically demanding as McCree by far, but I think she's still harder. But she's definitely not harder than Baptiste. So, now we're on to Sombra. With Sombra, you need to have good hack priority, pretty good aim, and definitely good positioning. Like you can't get caught out of invis, and especially without a translocator, or else you're dead. So, but like hack, like if you just right click someone and your team focuses them, that's a free pick, right? Because if enemies are hacked, they can't use their passives, they can't use their abilities, alts. They can still like shoot at you, but it's hard. So I mean, for that reason, I think she's like, I think Sombra's like high C. Because she's harder than all of these characters, like Soldier, Pharah, Doom, Mei, Orisa, and Torb. But like hack is just, I mean, Sombra's not really meta right now, right? But hack just objectively as an ability, like removes a lot of potential from a character for like a few seconds, and that's really strong. So yeah, she's high C, but you need to know how to use her. Okay, my favorite hero in Overwatch, Mr. Genji himself. Now, Genji has always been a hard character to play. Like even since like the release of Overwatch, he's been difficult. But like it's at a point right now, or Overwatch is at a point right now where there's so many characters that are better than him. Like you can run McCree and it'll be better than Genji, like far better. You can run I wouldn't say Doom. Doom is kind of like right now, like kind of niche, but yeah, Genji is extremely hard to play and get value from. You need to have insane mechanics, good positioning, like solid game sense. You just need everything for him. So he's S tier. And okay, yeah, I'm not sure if he's harder than, yeah, you know, I'll put him at the top of S tier. And then I'll put Tracer top of A, just because you need like good mechanics and whatnot. but I don't know. Like these two, you just need to go like above and beyond for. Yeah, Tracer can be us. Sure. I mean, like you need to run Brig to get any value with her, so. In higher tiers at least. But anyway, Sim, you need to have good teleporter placement and good sentry placement, but otherwise, like, you get, like, the sentries get value for you for free. Her beam is not super hard to use, and her right clicks are are relatively easy to hit. So I'd say she's sitting comfortably in C tier. Actually, no, I'll place her here. Doom's harder than her. Okay, Hanzo, if you're counting his nerfs, like, to this day, you still need skill with him, right? Like, his projectile speed got nerfed, like, it's slower, so, you need to have better aim with it, and, like, you need to have solid positioning. Like, Leap can get you out of a lot of situations, and so can Sonic, but, yeah, Hanzo's, like, I don't know, Hanzo's B tier. Okay, Widow, you need to be really mechanically good, or, like, mechanically solid. You need to, have good positioning. Game sense, not so much, but, like, you still do, right? More than a lot of characters in this game. So, I'd say, I'd say they're A tier. Widow. Actually, you know what? You need to be, yeah, they're A tier. Okay. And I'll place Diva top of B. Now Bastion is like, the only reason why he's somewhat difficult is because he's so situational. But like in a bunker comp, all you do is just like sentry up and then shoot the other team, right? As they're coming through. So, Bastion is D tier. I'd say he's a little harder than Reaper, but yeah. Moira is D tier. Like I'd say, like Reaper may be easier than her because you need like, I don't know. Because at least with Moira, like, you somewhat track, even though it's a lock-on. But yeah, Moira Orb just does the work for her. The only thing you really need to do is like aim your Cole and use your abilities well. But I mean, yeah, the character isn't super difficult and they can get a lot of value. So I'd say it's D tier. Hog, you need to hit your shots and stuff. You need to not feed. But because he has 600 HP and he's quite forgiving of a character, I'd say he's C tier. A little harder than Torb because Torb turret kind of does the work for him. But yeah. And oh wait, no. And then I'll place Diva in low A and Lucio in high B. I think I'm not sure if well, I don't know. I don't think Lucio's harder than Ball because like his aura it like heals people and speeds people without you having to really be mechanically gifted, but at the same time you need to have really good movement, good game sense, know when to use your beat and whatnot. So yeah, I think for that reason he's B. And yeah guys, that's the video. This is my tier list. Genji, Ana, Tracer, and S. Zarya, Zenyatta, Widowmaker, and Diva in A. Hammond, Lucio, Sigma, Reinhardt, Echo, Hanzo, Ashe, Baptiste, Winston, Mercy, and McCree in B tier. Sombra, Soldier, Pharah, Doom, Symmetra, Mei, Orisa, Roadhog, and Torbjorn in C. And Junkrat, Brig, Bastion, Moira, and Reaper in D tier. And yeah, that's it guys. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave a like and sub if you did. And yeah, take care you all. Love you. Or well, thank you for watching. And yeah, later guys.